I am in an art studio in Winnipeg with my friend Lucy. Lucy's an artist, and today she's going to be showing me a little bit of her world.
My stuff. That was a sculpture I had when I lived in Vancouver. That's where I went to art school. So this is some of my photography. These two are in Chile when I went in 2001. And then this is Xochimilco, which is just outside of Mexico. It's part of Mexico City, but it's just outside. And then this one I loved because this is my cousin's wedding. And even though it's like an offshoot, I just thought it was just a really beautiful picture of them two just dancing. And this dude is my last installation. It all started with these booties. When they started discovering the unmarked graves, I started seeing the news about that. It made my heart hurt. And immediately I just wanted to start making booties. Like it was like an intuitive thought of like, I need to make booties. And I started making booties. I actually made one for every residential school in Canada. My thought was that it all started with these babies. It all started with them being discarded and not being given a second thought, because if it hadn't started with that, then we wouldn't have murdered and missing Indigenous women today without a second thought. So it was me grieving in solidarity, but also me having some hope that maybe this will be a good turning point, a hopeful turning point. So that's that one.
Now we're gonna make some art.
Yes.
What are we doing here?
You can play with sharp thingies.
What is this?
This is rubber. It's my new favorite thing to carve on. Carving is about just letting it.
Yeah, I had this whole idea of like, I'm gonna come and hang out with Lucy, we're gonna make some art, and now I'm looking at this and I'm like, what?
Oh my God, I have to plan.
I have to do something. What am I? Yeah. It's like, who am I? Like, you have so many of like your beautiful, like you know who you are.
Yes.
And and I'm like, who am I? On rubber.
Oh.
I am done.
Oh yeah.
Well, I made something. I made a...
Oh, that's cool. A little sailboat.
I made a little boat.
Is that your sailboat on the Nile?
I don't know. It's a boat under the stars. I don't know. I started off with just this line, and then I thought I would do a boat on Archer, and then I was like, kids. So I was like, it's gonna be a boat instead.
Right?
What do you have?
It's the tail of a whale.
Oh, cool. Can you see that there?
Yep.
I'll just do a little tail of a whale.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So then what you do is you just like keep working at it, like finding all the contours and like
right, yeah, and textures
pulling it out until it really looks like something that kind of catches the light. And then
like this one, like the flowers, the Calla lilies, they're my favorite kinds of flowers. Of course, I'm Mexican. Hello, we love callas.
And then it can become like a stamp if you want.
Yeah, yeah.
Why do you like art?
It's not a measure of liking it. It's a necessity. Like, and I've mentioned that before, like, I would not be alive if I didn't have art. Because of my depression, because of all the things that I've been through in my life, art has been the constant. Art has been the healer. Art has been my catharsis. And without that, there's no way I would be here today. You can't have the light without the darkness. As cheesy as that sounds, but it's true. Like, if I hadn't had so much pain in my life, I don't think I would appreciate the little things. Like when I do photography, like a lot of the times it's I take pictures of like the mundane, but in a different way to see the beauty in it. And that's how I hope to live my life, right? And sometimes I need to do that to remind me to change my perspective on life or what's going on and what I'm feeling.
Yeah.
Right? And so I'm still learning from my art.
Well, Lucy, thank you so much for sharing a little bit of your world with me today.
Thank you for coming in and playing.